What is the one thing that can help you the most in your grief? What is the one most important thing in your grief? And the thing that can actually help you the most in your grieving journey and your healing journey? Now, I could tell you all these things that you could do in your grief, like journaling, talking to people, moving your body, being in nature. All of those things are really great things and they're necessary, but they kind of all prepare you for that one thing. They are kind of like a launch pad to get you more into that one thing that I will tell you. That very thing is feeling everything that is going on inside of you. Now, it might sound overly simplistic, but it's not. It is actually the most profound and important thing that you need to do in your grief. To feel and to acknowledge everything that is going on inside of you. And by doing that, you will be able to move through your grief. I see a lot of people always trying to avoid their grief. They make a big turn around their grief, but they're actually not avoiding it. They think they're avoiding it, and they think that with that their grief is done and they don't have to look at it any longer. But grief doesn't leave if you avoid it. It just stays there. It waits until you feel finally ready to feel everything that is going on. And it is very important to feel everything that is going on early on, because if you avoid it or suppress it for a very long time, you will eventually have to face it, or you will have to face it later on in your life. And by then, you will be in a completely different state in your life. You will be in a completely different phase of your life. And having to deal with your grief later on is much more difficult than having to deal with it now. I'm going through a forest, so you hear the wood cracking beneath my feet. Oh my God, there's actually a deer on the other side. No way. Can you guys see that? Of course you can. Whoa! Well, that was pretty cool. That was unexpected. I think that just made my day. But, woo! Okay, back to the topic. You need to feel your grief. It is very important. And I really mean that. You need to feel your grief. And you need to sit with the pain. You need to sit with the sadness. I know it is hard. And I know it sounds very, very simple. And it is very simple, but it is not easy. It is far from easy, and it is actually a very hard thing to do. It is simple, but it is not easy. But it is crucially important for your healing journey. It is. The goal here is to grieve fully and to live fully. If you grieve fully, you will be able to live fully again. A lot of people, or many people, they are really great with living, but they have a hard time with grieving. And there are a lot of people that have the grieving down, but they have a hard time living again. And it's the goal to integrate both of those things into your life, to grieve fully and to live fully. That, my friend, is the very thing that will help you the most. It has helped me immensely, but it is not an easy thing. It is not an easy task. And if you have lost a loved one, I am deeply sorry for your loss. And I wish you a lot of strength and love. But I will tell you that the way to move through this is by feeling everything that is going on. And there is no moving on from grief, but there is a moving through grief. There is a moving forward. Grief will stay with you. And I know that also a lot of people are afraid to feel what is going on inside of them because they think that, or at least they feel that the pain that they have is the only thing that remains from their loved one. And if they don't even feel the pain anymore, that they would leave everything from what they still have from their loved one. But that is not true. Your loved one, your love for your loved one will always stay with you. They will always be in your heart. But I know that when you're going through grief, no matter how many well-meant words you hear, it still sucks. And it's painful. It is. It truly is. No matter how many well-meant or good-meant words you hear, nothing will be enough to explain what you're going through right now. But if you only remember one thing from this video, then feeling what is going on inside of you heals you. Feeling is healing. Feeling is healing. You will need to grieve fully, to live fully again. And the things that I said before, talking with people, journaling, going into nature, all of these things are very, very important. But they all kind of prepare you to actually feel what is going on inside of you. They prepare you in a way to become more courageous, to feel more of what is going on inside of you. And you will have to sit with the pain, the sadness, maybe even the guilt, and to move through it. And if you do so, if you decide to truly feel what is going on inside of you, don't judge yourself for anything that you're feeling, for anything that might rise up to the surface as you are feeling it. Please be gentle with yourself and show yourself compassion. But try to feel everything that is inside of you. That is the way how you will move through your grief. And maybe go into nature. I mean, nature is beautiful. Look at that. Try to go into nature, and maybe it will give you some peace of mind, a time or a place where you can reflect, contemplate, and find some healing. Yes, that will be it for today. Much love, and I wish you the best on your healing journey.